June 21, 1942. Dawn breaks over the parched dunes of Tobruk, Libya. The air shimmers with heat even before the sun climbs high, carrying the acrid bite of cordite and diesel fumes. In the distance, the thunder of artillery echoes like a relentless heartbeat, punctuated by the whine of Stuka dive bombers slicing through the sky. Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, stands atop a half-tracked SD KFZ-250 command vehicle, his field glasses pressed to his eyes, scanning the fortified perimeter where British defenses crumble under the weight of his Panzer Army Afrika's assault. Dust swirls in violent eddies as panzers rumble forward, their tracks churning the sand into a choking haze. You can almost taste the grit on your tongue, feel the vibration of the engines rattling your bones. Rommel's face, weathered and sharp beneath his peaked cap, betrays no emotion, only the cold calculation of a predator closing in. His men, sun-baked and weary from months of lightning advances, push on with grim determination. The Italians of the Ariete Division flank them, their lighter tanks struggling against the minefields, while German infantrymen in sand-camouflaged uniforms dart between craters, bayonets fixed. The fortress of Tobruk has held out before, a thorn in the Axis side since 1941, when Australian troops repelled Rommel's first siege. But now, after his audacious thrust from Gazala, the noose tightens. British Tommies huddle in their trenches, sweat-soaked khaki clinging to their skin, firing Bren guns in desperate bursts. Explosions bloom like fiery flowers, sending plumes of smoke skyward. A Matilda tank erupts in flames, its crew scrambling out amid the inferno, only to be cut down by MG-34 fire. Rommel barks orders into his radio, his voice clipped and authoritative. Vorwärts, durchbrechen, forward, break through. His chief of staff, Major General Alfred Gauss, nods briskly, relaying commands to the divisional commanders. The 15th Panzer Division leads the charge, their Mark IIIs and IVs outgunning the outdated British Crusaders. Anti-tank guns bark from hidden positions, but the Germans' 88mm flak cannons, those dreaded 88s, turn the tide, shredding armor at impossible ranges. As the sun climbs, the heat intensifies, turning the battlefield into an oven. Soldiers on both sides gulp from canteens, rationing every drop in this waterless hell. Rommel's strategy is pure blitzkrieg, speed, surprise, encirclement. He has outmaneuvered Lieutenant General Neil Ritchie's 8th Army, forcing them into retreat. Now, Tobruk's harbor, vital for supplies, beckons like a mirage. By midday, breaches appear in the perimeter. German engineers under withering fire clear paths through the mines with Bangalore torpedoes. Infantry storms the gaps, hand-to-hand fighting erupting in bunkers. Grenades lobbed into pillboxes elicit screams that cut through the din. Rommel watches, his mind already racing ahead to El Alamein, to Cairo, to the Suez Canal. Victory here could shift the entire North African theater. The afternoon drags on in a blur of chaos. A British counterattack falters as Luftwaffe fighters strafe their positions. Rommel's recon units report the enemy wavering. He seizes the moment, committing his reserves, the 21st Panzer Division, in a flanking maneuver. Tanks clash in point-blank duels, shells ricocheting off hulls with metallic shrieks. The smell of burning oil hangs heavy. As dusk falls, the inevitable unfolds. White flags rise from the Allied strongpoints.
Major General Hendrik Klopper, commander of the Tobruk garrison, surrenders his 35,000 men. Rommel's forces pour into the town, securing the port and its warehouses. Cheers erupt from the exhausted Germans and Italians, but Rommel remains stoic, knowing the real prize lies in the captured stores. Night descends, stars piercing the velvet sky. Rommel tours the perimeter by moonlight, his boots crunching on spent casings. The air cools, but the day's heat lingers in the sand. He pauses at a cluster of trucks, his aides illuminating stacks of crates with flashlights. Fuel drums, ammunition boxes, rations enough to sustain an army for months. A grin tugs at his lips. This haul could fuel his drive eastward. But as he pries open a crate, his expression shifts. Stamped on the wooden slats, "Made in USA." American factories churning out endless materiel for the British. Rommel traces the markings, a flicker of unease in his eyes. How deep do these reserves run? Little does he know, this discovery is about to shatter his illusions of victory. June 22, 1942. The harbor of Tobruk, 0630 hours. The Mediterranean sun is already a hammer on the back of the neck. Rommel walks the docks alone at first, boots echoing on the cracked concrete. Around him, his men work like ants that have discovered a fallen picnic. Crates are being levered open in long, orderly rows under the watchful eyes of quartermasters. The air smells of fresh pine from shattered packing cases, of tinned beef, of American gasoline so pure it stings the nostrils. A sergeant shouts in delight as he pulls a brand new Thompson submachine gun out of its cosmoline cocoon, still wrapped in wax paper from Springfield Armory. Rommel stops at a pyramid of 25-pounder shells. Each one gleams. Not the recycled brass the Africa Corps has been forced to use, not the patched-up casings filled with second-rate powder. These are virgin, perfect, stamped 1942, Detroit. He runs a gloved finger along the driving band, almost reverently. One of his staff officers, Captain Hans von Luck of the 21st Panzer Division, approaches with a clipboard. Herr Generalfeldmarschall, the tally so far: 2,000 tons of petrol, 5,000 tons of ammunition, 1,400 trucks, most of them brand new Chevrolets and Fords, 300 Bren carriers, medical supplies enough for 6 months, even 30,000 pairs of boots in perfect condition. And the food, my God, the men are eating canned bacon and real coffee for the first time in a year. Rommel says nothing at first. He simply stares at the endless rows stretching into the warehouses, then out to the quayside where more lighters are unloading as he watches. Somewhere, a gramophone crackles to life. An American swing tune drifts across the water. His soldiers laugh like children on Christmas morning. He climbs a stack of crates for a better view. From here, he can see it all. The captured British supply dump that was meant to sustain the 8th Army for the rest of the summer. Now it is his. Enough fuel to push every panzer he owns all the way to Alexandria and back twice over. Enough shells to fight 3 battles the size of Gazala. Von Luck follows his gaze. "We've never seen anything like it, sir. Not in France, not in Poland. The Tommies were hoarding for an offensive that will never come now." Rommel's reply is quiet, almost lost beneath the shouts of the unloading parties. "Ja, Hans, they were hoarding. And tomorrow, another convoy will steam into Suez with twice this amount. And the day after that, another. Detroit never sleeps. Pittsburgh never sleeps. The Ruhr, The Ruhr is being bombed every night." He turns away from the vista of plenty and starts walking again, faster now between the aisles of captured wealth. His aides struggle to keep up. He stops at a crate of aviation spirit, 100 octane, the stuff the Luftwaffe can only dream of. Stenciled on the side in English, "Property of the United States Air Forces, Lend-Lease." Rommel stares at the words as if they are written in poison. That evening, in the former British headquarters, now flying the swastika flag, he gathers his senior commanders. The map table is still covered with Ritchie's abandoned plans. A single kerosene lamp throws long shadows.